Alf Kumano's funeral service takes place in Bryanston, north of Johannesburg today, and Howard Dembowski says Cabinet has not considered any other alternative ways to e-tolling. I'm Richard Brooks. The funeral service of the late veteran photojournalist Alf Kumano will take place in Bryanston, north of Johannesburg today. Kumano died last Sunday at the age of 82. He had been in and out of hospital this year following a fall. Edwin Itsidi reports.
The service will be held at the St. Michael's Church in Bryanston, north of Johannesburg. It will then proceed to the West Park Cemetery, where Kumalo will finally be laid to rest. Politicians, journalists and his former co-workers are expected to attend. Kumalo was closely associated with former President Nelson Mandela and ex-wife Winnie Madikizela Mandela. 10 years ago, he opened a photographic museum and institute at his former house in Soweto to share his photographic skills with young South Africans. Edwin Itsidi, SABC News, Johannesburg.
The national chairman of the Justice Project of South Africa, Howard Dembowski, says Cabinet has not considered any other alternative ways to e-tolling. This follows yesterday's announcement on new e-tolling tariffs. Dembowski says e-tolling is very costly.
Cabinet remained pig-headed about this idea of bringing in e-tolling as opposed to bringing in a ring-fenced petrol levy, which would in fact make the collection of these monies a lot easier and a lot less costly. And for some reason, they're using all sorts of justifications to bring about this impression that there's only one way to collect monies for infrastructure development, and that's not true.
One person has died and 16 others left displaced in various shack fires across the Cape Flats overnight. Cape Town's disaster management spokesperson Wilfred Solomons Johannes says in Site C in Khayelitsha, a man died after a shack caught alight. He says a fire in the informal settlement next to the Frankdale tip site gutted 3 shacks.
The identity of the deceased has not been released as yet. Disaster management teams will be assessing the damages that were sustained and will be providing the necessary assistance to the victims of the fires. At this stage, it is unclear what is the cause of the fire. However, the authorities will probe an investigation.
Banyana have wrapped up their 5-day training camp in Cameroon, and the team has now moved to Malabo in Equatorial Guinea to put finishing touches to their preparations for the 8-Nation African Women's Championship. The women's football showpiece starts tomorrow, with Banyana in Group A up against hosts Equatorial Guinea. Team spokesperson Fran Hilton-Smith.
Yes, the team has arrived from Cameroon. They're now settled in their hotel. We're scheduled to have a training yesterday afternoon. This morning the match commission is meeting, and all systems go for tomorrow in the opening match.